It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Trying the right side with Tracy. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Throw on 3rd down. Force that. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly. The way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giants football. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's a throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by Deion Henley.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Third down, 1 yard to go. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Jukes out a one-stop, and that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Tracy once more. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go right back to Tracy. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
He brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Man in motion out of the slot. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Robinson in motion right. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Center return, Nyheim Hines. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there, no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They motion the tight end over. On 3rd down, Herbert gets this to McConkey. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
J.K. Scott on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their 1st play. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up. A handoff to Tracy. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They send the tight end in motion. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From midfield now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll send him over right. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man, Robinson has it. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Giants are set to punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Herbert from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one hits for 30. And it brings up an LA first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 3 now. It's Herbert once more. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Herbert to throw once more. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on second, so that brings up third and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a designed read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gray now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second and 3. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on 1st. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Pass play now. Gets this to Johnson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Darius Davis to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert back to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. To throw, Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers take the lead just before halftime. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds his target, Robinson. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We've reached halftime, and it's a comfortable 11-point lead for him at the break. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. On the return, here's Hines. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. 4th down coming up. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes the New York offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Coming left is Tracy. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
From the 25 on 2nd down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
From the gun on 3rd down. He finds Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. It's Tracy on the carry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Works his way to the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They run. Here's Tracy. He'll cobble together a yard there. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10. Dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here's Hines. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First and 10, here's Herbert. He's got Harris. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34. He finds McConkey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Now Herbert again. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running this with Tracy. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. We send a man in motion. Here's Tracy once more. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's going deep this time. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This is Tracy. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Back to throw. This throw is cut. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And this one doesn't go far. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Another carry for him. And he's going to get across the 10 to the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. He's back to throw. Gets this one to Harris. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he does what he can there, up to the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. Johnston brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers leading by 8. They've got first down from the 31. Now a give running right. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Motioning one of the tight ends. Blown back gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Gets this to Johnson. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. He'll look to throw it. He's got him. That's Tracy. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Setting up to pass. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Here he is to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is to throw. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.